Welcome. I'm Brianna. This is my life on paper, and I am playing along with Scrapping Reflections with Sandy Reverski. It's a Facebook group, and she has a sketch for every day this month. And at the beginning, you would have seen the sketch, and it is by Brenda Ragsdale. I will have the link for the Facebook group below. And I just want to show you my pictures. I continue to scrapbook Eliza, my youngest, her 21st birthday. This is not the greatest picture, and in fact, it says wrecked at the reef, and I wonder if I might have to reprint that picture. But I do have birthday paper. It's a paper pad from Paper Studio, and I have a whole bunch of scraps from that. And then I have chipboard, and it's from Bella Boulevard. It's called Chow Chip, and it's Wish Bug. It does not have a year on it, and I'm not exactly sure how I acquired this. I know I didn't have like the rest of the collection or anything. This could have been like a Tuesday morning, perhaps, maybe. I'm not sure. So the other thing I have is a bunch of kind of other birthday things. I don't think these are going to match necessarily, but you never know. And then I always have my flare nearby in case I want to grab some of those. And then I still have my stamps of life that I had gotten at a kind of a garage sale type thing at a retreat. So these are close by to use as well. So what I'm going to do is put you on fast forward and tell you what I am doing. So first I'm picking out my paper, and the pink one, I like the way that looked with what the girls were wearing. They're more in subtle tones. And then I went to my scraps and found this red piece of paper. There's that chair in there, and there's also red in my embellishments. I didn't show you my embellishments, but they are from Paper Studio as well. So then I went to cut this, and of course, if you're going to cut a 12 by 12 on an angle, it's not going to really work, but I tried. So I get out my ruler, because this is the way I've been doing it, to kind of crease along that, and not that it's going to be, my even ruler would be long enough, but you can scooch it along to make that crease, so at least then I can trim it. So that's what I'm doing there. And these colors, I just love these colors. I think I have to use this layout as a inspiration for another layout that's not necessarily birthday, but just these, it's red and pink, and the aqua colors when the layout is finished is the majority of colors I use, and it just looks happy. So I did start trimming along the fold, and then I tried to get her in there in the trimmer now that it's not the full 12 by 12, and I trimmed it, so that worked good. And then you'll notice that the triangle isn't at the bottom, it's kind of up a little bit. And then I thought for that striped part on the sketch, I would use the words from this piece of scrap. So that worked good. And then, oh, there's another strip on top. So I got to get another little strip to put up on the top cluster there. And I think, do I trim it off a little bit right away just to make it a little bit shorter? And then these are the Paper Studio embellishments, and you can see there that pink and the red and the, what's the other color, like a turquoise color. And then I'm going to lay out my pictures, and this is what gets tricky because Eliza is the birthday girl and she's on the end. The way you tuck that photo in, it's going to like tuck Eliza right in there, and I'm not really paying attention to how I'm laying out those photos right now. I looked through the rest of the embellishments, and it just doesn't seem like there's anything I need from that Bella Boulevard or from the other birthday pieces. So I really stuck with those big pieces, and it worked out really well. I'm going to trim out, just make this a little bit shorter. It's not going to be I think the the on the sketch it's like 3 by 4, but I leave it more like a 4 by 4.5, I think it is, and that's where I kind of mess around with the placement of that bigger photo. So it's got that tag. I'm going to use a couple of presents over there that works in place of the tag, and I think it looks darn cute. And then I switch out my title. Again, it's bringing more of that red and pink into the layout, which just catches my eye. I again look for this for the Bella Boulevard. Is there anything I can use? These pieces are so big. They make a big statement. And it doesn't seem like you need a lot more with those. So I also need a little piece of paper to go above, and then I get out my color box. And so these are the turquoise ones. And just, I pull up that card because I think maybe should I take that picture of Eliza out and use the card there? But no, I really want to use that picture of Eliza there, so that's okay. And then I found a couple tabs. They have those tabs in the layout, so or in the sketch. So I do use those 2 tabs. I'm not sure what I'll put on them. Maybe a date, a birthday word probably. I've got those stamps. I keep saying I'm going to use more stamps this year. It's February and I haven't. Only a couple times have I used my stamps, so that would be a good idea. Get my word stamps out. I wanted just a little another piece of turquoise to go over there, and I wasn't exactly sure what I found, but I found this. It's a printable right off the internet. It didn't cost me anything, and it says "Love Yourself," and I thought, oh, that's a good one. These girls, they have self-confidence. They know how to love themselves, so that fit good there. I don't know where else I would use it on a scrapbook page, so that works well. So here I'm going to cut that red little piece to go up in that cluster on the top with the word strip. And I just use a little scrap for that. And then I've got that cake instead of, they had a present up there, but that cake is going to sit nice up there. And then it's just a matter of getting them where I want and laying them down. And this is where it gets a little tricky with that picture. I just don't want to cover up too much of Eliza's face. Probably even if she wasn't the birthday girl, I wouldn't want to do that, but things get juggled just a little bit here and there. So I'll get that strip on the bottom and then try to figure out where these 3 photos should really go. I still want some space on the top, so I don't want them too far up, and then I try to light it up at the bottom. Of course, that one's a little bit bigger, so that's not exactly going to work. Then I think maybe I should put her above the red strip, and I say, oh, no, I think we can tuck her underneath there. So I get it pretty much where I want it to be and get them glued down. And then I decide I want to move it again because I don't like it where I was, which is normal, right? Like, I'm always kind of just trying things out, not liking it, trying it again, making it how I want to. That adhesive, that ATG is pretty forgiving, so I'm pretty lucky that way. And the present goes down straight. I like that. And then put the next set of presents at an angle. I really like that happy birthday. I think it works really good there. So I went so that you can kind of see the name on the chair there. I kind of went around it. Got my aqua color, turquoise color there, Love Yourself. Put the tag down on the bottom, and then I'm going to work on my cluster on the top. And I wanted to keep the words intact, so it was kind of tricky how I was going to do that. It says Happy B-Day on the top, still too long, so I took off the happy. I left the B-Day, and then the celebrate actually gets covered up with the cake anyway, and the party time. You're not going to see most of those words, but I tried. They're in spirit, right? So glue that down with my ATG. Get that one down. We're getting towards the end here. Make sure you check out Sandy's Facebook group, Scrapping Reflections. I will have the Facebook group linked below. I'll be playing along a couple days this month with her. I'm really liking those sketches. Oh, here we get another little trim. And I don't usually do that because I can't trim really well straight, but this time it didn't look too bad. And if it's not perfect, that's okay. And then I try to Uh-oh, I don't have enough room for the tag. I still get it in there though. It's all good. A couple more pieces used from my stash. So, and this is really going to be the end of it. So I hope you guys have a fabulous day and I'll see you again soon.